Okay, officially recording.
Alrighty.
So for the first one, it was chapter 12. And so I feel like that was fairly easy. It was talking about how we can we can find two variables, seeing how they relate to each other, how we can find a correlational study, so like cause and effect. So for that one, I picked alcohol consumption and physical attractiveness. So I feel like there's a lot of studies that's been shown saying that the more alcohol you consume, the more attractive a person will be to you.
Hmm.
So I put that for this study, we can determine the relationship between the two variables by using within subject's design, where the same group of individuals are asked to first evaluate the attractiveness of their preferred sex by showing them pictures without alcohol consumption. And then after a few drinks, the participants will then rate the level of their intoxication and will be shown the same set of pictures and be asked to rate the physical attractiveness of those same samples of the pictures that they were shown.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything you guys want to change on that? Or?
No, that one seems pretty
No,
good.
no, it looks really good actually.
Hmm.
And then for the second one, it's basically doing the same thing, but instead of it being a correlational study, they wanted it to be to have a negative correlation. So as one variable goes up, the other would go down. And then for that one, I just made up like alcohol consumption and reaction time. I
Hmm.
put that the more alcohol is consumed, the slower an individual's reaction time would be. And we can test this by using another within subjects design. And we will collect baseline information on, let's say, how fast an individual can press a button prior to becoming intoxicated. And then we'll repeat the same procedure after they've had a few drinks.
Yeah, I bet there'd be a negative association.
So you'll be slower, right? You can
Yeah,
imagine.
Yeah.
I think so. So yeah, I think that's good.
Okay, and then for the second one, the one where instead of doing a correlational study, it would be to find a non-experimental differential research. Um, and this one I wasn't really sure how to do it.
Hmm.
I just kind of looked up what differential research would be. So that is like segregating each group by, let's say, age, sex, or just anything that's a predetermined factor about them. Sorry, guys. Uh,
Um, sorry, I'm reading. Let me see.
so for that one, I put that in order to examine the relationship between alcohol consumption and physical attractiveness using a non-experimental differential study, researchers can conduct an experiment observing two groups of people based on their age and sex, where one group of participants will be asked to determine the physical attractiveness of men 10 years their senior before alcohol consumption and after alcohol consumption. So I wasn't really sure how to word that, to be honest.
Yeah.
It makes sense though.
That's it. Okay. So I think it's just like um, putting them into different groups that we can't control.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the next one, this is the one that Nancy did.
Hmm.
Okay, you guys want to read through it?
Yeah, I'm just checking really quick. All right, part A looks good. Yeah, hers looks good.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think so too. I actually looked through that one a bit. And then for part B, I just kind of thought about whatever behaviors I would do if I were to become frustrated when I can't win on a game, which is basically what the object of that board game is, right? Or card game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one looks good to me. Number 3. Hey, what's up?
Hey, welcome.
Strawberry and taro.
All right, so I had number 4. I was kind of confused on it, and I'm not exactly sure if I did it right.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's essentially saying you have to say whether it was an example of a survey research design. Like at first glance, they all look like they're examples of survey research designs. But, I mean, through the book, it said stuff like the intent is to simply describe behaviors. And so, like for the first and third, like part A and C, I thought it was pretty clear that they were just like reporting the numbers. And then for the second one, it seemed kind of like they were kind of trying to describe behaviors of like what did I say? Like individual circumstances. So I mean, I don't know, you guys can look over that one, but I was pretty confused on like, because they all have surveys.
Okay. I guess we can look through it.
Which
so
number are
you-
you talking about?
Oh, that's number 4, yeah.
Number 4. Okay. Which of following resources is a service method?
Because the book says a survey research design is a research study that uses a survey to obtain a description of a particular group of individuals.
Okay.
So I didn't know if it was like some really fine reading I had to go through, or
Okay, so the first one was based on a survey. Heavy drinking or unhealthy casino harm U.S. students and Canadians. I say yes, that the first one would be A.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. I agree that it is a survey research design.
cool. But like, are any of these not survey research designs? Because, I mean, like I said, at first glance, they all seem like it because it says survey.
These did not affect other. I would say, I don't know, the letter B seems kind of confusing.
I like just wanted to say that one wasn't one because it's like that last sentence where it said, however, friends' use did not affect adolescent substance abuse when parents were non-consumers. I don't know why that sentence made me feel weird about it, but like the other ones seemed like really clear-cut numbers, and they were like just reporting the numbers from the survey. I mean, I guess that could be technically what the second one's doing anyway, but
It does not really be good. Yeah, because I feel like it's not really talking about like a specific group or a specific group of individuals. It's just it's in middle school.
Yeah.
Middle school.
yeah. So we'll see. But
Well,
yeah, that's what I got. I don't know if you guys have anything for those.
Let me look over chapter 13 because I remember reading something, but I was just kind of just glimpsing over. Because if he's putting these two examples, then one of them has to not be
Yeah,
Kind
a
of like
survey
a trick
research
ask.
design.
unless
I
it's just like
think,
the classic curveball, but I doubt it.
yeah. So either he's, I don't know,
See, I don't know. Maybe
because
he'll like hopefully review that one because
Okay.
yeah, right off the bat, it looks like a really simple question, and then I wanted to, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll leave it for now. We'll come back to it. I'll go over like chapter 2. We'll see.
So did anybody do 14? I know Karen couldn't join us. She's going through a lot of.
Let's see. We can probably wait a minute really
We
quick.
can do it together.
Yeah. Oh, let's just do it really quick. Let's see what it says.
So let's go.
Let's
I'm sorry. Excuse me. Thank you.
What's your use of the multiple?
Well, it seems like for number 5, you're just doing like a straight up like positive relation chart, I would think. But then the last bit where it says explain why the data you've drawn would not be considered to be clear evidence for a cause and effect relationship between the therapy and behaviors.
Yeah. Well,
I can
for
kind of explain.
for 14, I was looking at that, and there's on page 362. There's the graph. There's no graph that shows that a second. I don't see an example of a graph that shows that a second behavior is also affected by the therapy. So it says with the what do they call it? The multi-baseline design, that it could either affect one therapy can either affect two participants, or it can affect two behaviors in the same participant. So on page 362, there's a graph that shows the baseline and the treatment, that shows that it's behavior for participant 1 and behavior for participant 2. So I'm thinking that maybe I can do a graph similar to that and then insert it, but just change, instead of behavior for participant 1, put behavior 1 and then behavior 2. I don't know if you guys have the book in front of you on page 362.
Is it figure 14.3?
14.11.
I have the older version, that's why.
Oh, okay. This is 14.11. His hypothetical data showing the results of multiple baseline design. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. My allergies are really getting me right now. I'll be right back. I have to go. I have to go blow my nose. I'm sorry.
That's my life every day.
Yeah.
So hypothetical data similar to the result obtained by Jones and Freeman. Effect of phobia by itself, reinforcement was added. Okay. So it says explain why the data you have drawn would not be considered to be a clear evidence of cause and effect. Could we say that there would be carryover effects?
Yeah, like I don't know. That one confuses me. I feel like you're right, though. I feel like I just don't know what I'm talking about, but I feel like you know what you're talking about.
It's like thinking about it, we can't really tell if both treatment are applied at the same time. How can we establish that one was more effective than the other? If they're being
I see what you mean. Yeah.
So I don't know if that would count as carryover effects or if that's something else.
Oh, okay, then yeah, that actually does make sense. Why you can't say, like, because although it is like going up with it at the same exact time, like you can't necessarily say that it's because of that.
Okay.
Because you didn't conduct a study on that one.
I'm just gonna make a note.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. That's feel much better. Allergies are just no joke. Yeah. Okay. So I'm not sure what you guys just mentioned right now, but I see talking about the carryover effects. Um, so you guys think it's fine if I just come up with like the graph that I said, the one like figure 114.11. I'm not sure if you guys have the
Yeah.
Yeah.
other version, and then behavior for participant one, behavior for participant two. Just change that behavior one and behavior two,
Mhm.
and then insert that right there.
For
Yeah.
number 6.
For I'm sorry, I'm for number 5.
Oh,
Yeah, and then are you guys on number 6 right now?
Do you have this book?
I have.
I just couldn't find a page where the graph is.
I have.
how does yours?
Actually, let me see. I just pulled it all out. Let me see if I can take a picture and share. You know how you can share the.
Yeah.
That okay. Give me 1 second.
You can just share it by insert image into the document here.
Give me a second.
Does yours look like this?
Okay, so let me see. Okay, can you guys see that?
Okay. Yeah.
That's so cool. Okay, I didn't know you could do that. Yeah.
Yeah, you can share stuff on here. Okay, so if you look at this one, it shows on the side that behavior for participant one, behavior for participant two. So under the section that it has for the characteristics of multiple baseline design, it shows that. And under that section, it says that it establishes credibility of the treatment effected by replicating the phase change for a second participant or for a second behavior. So this graph shows for a second participant. So I'm guessing and I'm hoping that we could just change on the side where it says participant one, participant two, just put behavior one and behavior two. If the question says something about how it affects a second behavior, even the therapy would treat two different problem behaviors.
For treatment, right?
Yes.
So instead of it being a behavior one, it would be
Treatment one.
treatment one, because there's only one patient, right? There's only one individual that you're doing it to.
Well,
So there's one patient, one behavior, and 2 therapies.
no. I think number 5 says
Oh no! If you look at it,
one therapy to treat 2 different problems.
Oh, okay.
For the same individual.
So one, okay.
yeah. So it's a therapy to treat 2 different problem behaviors for the same individual.
Yeah.
So
So
got it.
treatment one for one individual, with the different problem behavior, and then compare that to another one for treatment 2.
I think it's just one treatment for 2 behaviors. So on the side of that graph, where it says behavior for participant 1 and behavior for participant 2, I think it would just be behavior number 1 and behavior number 2.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
that should be good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, stop sharing that and come back. There you go.
I'm interested.
Okay, so I'll come up with something like that and then insert that right there. And
That's
then,
perfect.
yeah, for number 6, I'll put page 366. Let me do the same thing right now. Give me 1 second. Come on.
Cash, can you remind me what is carryover effects again?
So carryover effects is something like you're getting better at one thing, not because of the current treatment, but because of the treatment that has happened prior.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you still have remnants of the effect from the previous.
Okay, so for number 6, I was looking at components. The graph with several components that shows, oh my God, I don't even know how to explain this. Well, let me share it and also just tell you what I'm planning to do. Hopefully. Okay, so you see this graph right here?
Mm-hmm.
So this is a graph I think that's showing about toilet training for children.
Oh, okay.
So there's 3 different techniques, I think, applied at 3 different stages.
You mean
So let's say,
you
what was
mean
that?
toilet training for young children. Okay. Like potty trained. Okay.
Yes. So for example, like on the first one, I think on the first couple of days, they try giving them just underwear versus just underwear as the third part on the third graph right there.
Mm.
So obviously there's more success in introducing them to just plain underwear in the last couple days versus the first couple days. So here basically on part B, it says draw a graph showing data that demonstrate that the component has no effect. So it says here, the actual question is, suppose that a complex therapy procedure contains one component that has absolutely no effect on the behavior. So again, doing something like this one here, and then I guess highlighting one of the sections that basically just has the same as the baseline, showing that one component of that complex therapy, I guess, has absolutely no effect whatsoever. So you see, like right there on the first one, for example, like how underwear is like really low compared to the underwear on the third one.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
So for example, like on the first one, putting the same result as the baseline for one of those, either B, C, or D. So putting one of those and just showing that, I guess scoring it like real low, showing that it has just no effect whatsoever.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Yeah. So I'll do those 2 graphs. For part A, let me see. Yeah, that part right there, the whole dismantling thing, I'm not too sure about that. We'll still have to do some reading and looking back and flipping back and forth to kind of get the answer to that?
Okay. I probably won't turn it in till like Saturday night.
Okay.
So that way we'll have a little bit more time because I feel like we can elaborate a bit more on our answers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the last one. So just gotta.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. So
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll get to work on the graphs, and I'll insert them. I'll send the text to the group when they're inserted, and I'll also work on 6A for sure, because the answer has to be in here somewhere. I know the answer, but I don't have the words to give the answer. Exactly like you said, like to kind of to be able to elaborate more. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. But
Yeah, I'll try to find something for those other ones too, because those number 4 seemed weird to me.
yeah,
So I'll go through over 14, I believe.
yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
13.
Okay. Sounds good.
Cool. I'll be in touch.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Sounds good.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Great
Okay.
meeting.
All right. Just have a good night.
See you later.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.